hero throughout the Elder Scrolls that we will cover. His mission begins when Emperor Heroes Septim VII in the Third Era puts his battle mage on trial for treachery. Unfortunately, prosecuting a powerful mage isn't the greatest idea, so his mage, known as Jogger, banishes him to a hell-like alternate dimension. He then makes himself look like the Emperor and summons demons to act like his bodyguards. So what happens next? Rhea, Jogger's apprentice, appeared as an apparition and warned the Eternal Champion that he killed her and that he is disguised as the Emperor. The Eternal Champion then escapes from the prison after receiving a makeshift key from the ghost. He is informed that the only way to stop Jogger is to recreate a staff which is held in life force. So both Rhea and the Champion move all across Tamriel to find the pieces of the staff. Fighting his way through Imperial guards, he finds the final piece of the staff and fights the sadistic mage and ultimately kills him and saves the Emperor. The hero of Daggerfall is a close friend of the Emperor Heroes Septim VII. In fact, you've heard of him once before. Yes, the hero of Daggerfall also happens to be the Eternal Champion. The Emperor sends him on an important mission to figure out the death of King Lysandus. King Lysandus' ghost haunts the city of Daggerfall. The hero manages to stop the ghost, but the fate of the hero is unknown.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up.
Our next hero's journey begins when he witnesses strange visions and he wakes up on a prison boat in the province of Morrowind. The Nerevarine is the reincarnate of an old Dunmer hero, Indor Nerevar. His purpose is to defeat the devious deity Dagoth-Ur. The antagonist stole the heart of Lorcan, an ancient artifact that can make anybody immortal. After Dagoth makes himself a god, he plans on driving out the Imperials out of Morrowind. The Nerevarine is sent by the Emperor Heroes Septim VII to the Blades organization after being freed from prison. The Nerevarine is able to wield the ring known as the Moon and Star that will kill anybody but the Nerevarine when it is worn. The Nerevarine experiences a vision from Azura, the Prince of Dusk and Dawn, and warns him about Dagoth-Ur. The Nerevarine teams up with the Blades to lead an assault on Red Mountain. The Nerevarine battles Dagoth and ends up besting him. The Nerevarine breaks the heart of Lorcan, killing Dagoth in the process.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness a doom sweeps the land.
The hero of Kvatch began his journey in a prison cell. His crime is unknown, but it seems that divine intervention created his fate. The Emperor saw him in his dreams. He asked him to briefly join him along with the other members of the Blades, the Emperor's bodyguards, to escort him to safety. After successfully escorting the Emperor to a secret passage in the prison, a skirmish occurs with the Mythic Dawn, a Daedric cult. The Emperor calmly steps back from the scene that was unfolding. A few moments later, the Emperor was later murdered by one of the Mythic Dawn cultists, but before he died, he passed down the Amulet of Kings to the hero. The amulet must be given to the Emperor's heir in order to prevent the Daedra from invading Nirn. The hero finds Martin Septim, the only remaining heir to the Emperor, before the Mythic Dawn kills him. The hero then fights the Daedra that have come from Oblivion at the city gates of Kvatch, saving the day. More gates of Oblivion are open, pouring out with Daedra, sparking the event known as the Oblivion Crisis. The Amulet of Kings is stolen by the Mythic Dawn, and throne is kept empty. When Martin Septim and the hero of Kvatch head to the Imperial City, it is under attack, and the Daedric Prince Mehrunes Dagon is leading them. Martin Septim then ends his own life in order to close the Oblivion Gates, ending the Oblivion Crisis.
Next, the Nord and the Rags.
There it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
What in Oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
The Dragon Crisis. No one thought they were real until now. The most famous out of the heroes is the last Dragonborn. The Dragonborn was apparently caught in an Imperial ambush during the Civil War. Mistaken for a Stormcloak rebel, he is sent to the chopping block. When the dragons returned, the Dragonborn killed a dragon, and that's when he found out that he was the Dragonborn. Only the Dragonborn can completely consume a dragon's soul and use its power. Summoned by wise men known as the Greybeards, the Dragonborn learns of his abilities. This all occurs amidst a civil war between the Stormcloaks, a rebel force led by Ulfric Stormcloak. They revolt against the Imperial government for banning the worship of Talos. The Dragonborn then trains to fight Alduin, all while learning how to master the Thu'um, or shout in Dragon's tongue. After training with the Blades, the ancient dragon slayers, and the Greybeards, he learns the ultimate shout to kill a dragon. However, Alduin happens to be the son of the Aedra, so he is immortal. So what is the Dragonborn supposed to do? He goes to Sovngarde, the Nordic version of heaven, and fights Alduin with the other fallen warriors. He then traps the dragon into a pocket of time, banishing him forever. But one question remains. Is Alduin really gone?
Now that you've heard about these remarkable heroes, I'm sure you're thinking, what's so special about them? Well, firstly, you can choose what race they are. You can also change their looks, their gender, and their combat style. With all this in mind, I want you to think, how could I do that? The answer is simple. These heroes are special because they're you. The only question left unanswered is, are